Pump Project Art Complex is a building that houses about 40 artists, from ceramic artists to painters, glass blowers, mixed media artists, and what we are trying to do is create a community of artists where people can work together and share tools and resources and really come together to support the visual art community here. Pump Project itself has only been around for about a year and a half. The name comes from our wonderful pump that is near our front door. It's an antique relic of the building. The building was built in 1951, and it's a big highlight of the architecture of the space. And so we have this pump, and then as artists, we always have a project going, and our building is a project, and all the artists are involved in a project, and just running an art space like this is a project. The goal of Pump Project is, one, to be a resource for artists, so artists have a place to work, a place to share ideas, to share tools, to create a strong community that's very interconnected. And secondly, Pump Project is a resource for the community, where the community can come and see shows in the gallery, see artists working in their studios, and really see art in its creative environment, and the public can see those ideas going on and really realize what the importance of visual art in the community is. I think probably the more frustrating part of the process, and one of the great things that we have here, is that artists are open to do anything. Artists are free to make mistakes, to take risks, to really push their work without having someone looking over their shoulder saying, no, I think you should do it this way. Right now, the beauty of being what we are, which is a grassroots organization, is that we have the freedom to let people really push boundaries and really take risks. And you need those risks, and as a young community, taking risks is going to be one of the things that really sets us apart from other growing cities. My business is Science of Art Restoration. I started it on my own almost 2 years ago. What I do is I repair porcelain and china and all different types of pottery. It's a pretty interesting process. While lots of people know that you can get a painting fixed that's torn or has a puncture in it, most people think when you break your most precious bowl that was passed down from generations from your family, they think that's the end of it. They think that it's over. But what I do in my business is I bring the things back to life. I put them back together piece by piece. I fill all those little cracks, those missing pieces. Then I in-paint all the detail back in, and it'll look like it was never broken. I've fixed things people have dropped on the floor that have been in 30 pieces, 40 pieces, little tiny shards falling apart, even pieces where many times people will have broken things and they put the pieces away in their closet, they can't bear to throw it away, they can't bear to look at it. And then they find me, they find out it can be fixed, they get it out of their closet, and I take a look at it. Oftentimes pieces are missing, pieces have fallen out of the box over the years, or maybe something isn't there. So I can even recreate those pieces. Everything from the side of a bowl or the handle of a pitcher can be recreated, or even a figurine with a missing finger. Those can all be made new again. My mom used to tell me the story of giving me puzzles when I was about 2.5 years old, and I would turn all the pieces upside down and put the puzzle together without looking at the picture. And at the time, she thought I had some kind of problem because I didn't want to see the picture. I wanted to just fit the pieces together from the backside. But that's been a very important skill for me in my business, being able to look at all these pieces. And sometimes the way pieces come together is very, very complicated, and puzzles are a great skill to have. Artists have always gone to the the more inexpensive neighborhoods, usually the underserved neighborhoods, to create their communities and to find their spaces. However, when the artists begin to move in, people start thinking that those areas are viable places to live, and then the artists again get pushed out and have to find a new place to go. And with Austin growing exponentially, eventually there's not going to be a place to go in Austin for artists. Worth just isn't how much money you can fit in your pockets. Worth is something else. You know, worth, as far as art goes, worth isn't about money necessarily at all, as much as it is bringing these people into the community. I never would have moved here had it not been for this really exciting, growing new art scene that was happening here. So maybe worth it monetarily, it's hard to say, but as far as just the cultural aspect and really being a support system for something amazing to happen, and something that could really bring Austin to national recognition as far as its artists go, that's more important than money that we have in our pockets.
Become a Docublogger. Log on to Docubloggers.org to share your opinions and story ideas, or get out your camera and create your own docublog.